The 1884 birthday honours were appointments by Queen Victoria to various orders and honours to reward and highlight good works by citizens of the British Empire. The appointments were made to celebrate the official birthday of the Queen, and were published in the London Gazette on the 25th of May 1894. And in the Times on the 26th of May 1894. The recipients of honours are displayed here as they were styled before the new honour and arranged by honour, with classes and then divisions as appropriate. United Kingdom and British Empire. Privy Councillor. The Queen appointed the following to Her Majesty's Most Honourable Privy Council: Jacob Bright MP, Sir Arthur Hayter BT MP, Baronetcies James Reckitt, Wheatman Dickinson Pearson, Thomas Glenn Coates, Samuel Montague MP, John Austin MP, Knight Bachelor Drive, John Charles Bucknell, one of the originators of the National Volunteer Force in 1852, Louise Napoleon Cassou, Senior Queen Judge of the Superior Court of the Province of Quebec, in the Dominion of Canada, John Joseph Grinlinton, Member of the Legislative Council of the Island of Ceylon, Commissioner for that island at the recent exhibition at Chicago, Francis Seymour Hayden, President of the Royal Society of Painter-Etchers, John Hutton, Chairman of the London County Council, Philip Manfield MP for Northampton, Jerome Murch of Bath, Isaac Pitman, the originator of Pitman's system of shorthand, Thomas Weems Reed, the Hon. Arthur Renwick MD, Commissioner for New South Wales at the recent exhibition at Chicago, formerly Minister of Mines, Minister of Public Instruction, and now member of the Legislative Council of that colony. James Alexander Russell, Lord Provost of Edinburgh, Thomas Robinson MP for Gloucester, the Hon. Frank Smith, Senator and Member of the Government of the Dominion of Canada, Dr. Thomas Granger Stewart, Physician in Ordinary to the Queen in Scotland and Professor of Physic in the University of Edinburgh, Richard Tanguy, of Birmingham, Thomas Thornton, Town Clerk of Dundee, George Williams, founder of the Young Men's Christian Association. The Most Honourable Order of the Bath Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Bath Military Division General Sir Robert Onesiphorus Bright KCB, General Sir Robert Fair KCB Indian Staff Corps, Honorary Major General Sir Charles Henry Palliser KCB Retired Full Pay, Late Indian Staff Corps, General Sir Charles George Arbuthnot KCB Royal Artillery, Lieutenant General the RT. Hon. Sir Edvers Henry Buller VC KCB Adjutant General to the Forces. Knight Commander of the Order of the Bath Military Division General James Frank Fitmanners Brown CB Royal Engineers. Surgeon General James Muat VCCB Late Army Medical Department Honorary Surgeon to the Queen. Honorary Major General James Mansfield Nuttall CB Retired Full Pay, Late Indian Staff Corps. General James Abbott CB Royal Artillery, General Robert Cadell CB Royal Artillery, General Henry Hastings Affleckwood CB Indian Staff Corps, Major General Frederick William Edward Forstier Walker CBCMG commanding the force in Egypt, Lieutenant General Edward Newdigate CB, Lieutenant General Henry Brackenbury CB Royal Artillery, Ordinary Member of the Council of the Governor-General of India, Honorary Major General Robert John Hughes CB, Rear Admiral John Arbuthnot Fisher CB Controller of the Navy, Colonel William Green CB, Lieutenant General Robert John Hay CB Royal Artillery, Director of Artillery. Civil Division Edward Walter Hamilton CB Assistant Secretary to the Treasury, Augustus Wollaston Franks CB Keeper, Department of British and Medieval Antiquities and Ethnography, British Museum. Companion of the Order of the Bath Military Division Deputy Surgeon General William George Nicholas Manley VC Late Army Medical Department, Colonel Edward Lutwidge, England. Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel Horace Mole Evans, Indian Staff Corps. Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel Francis James Caldecott, Royal Artillery, Indian Ordnance Department. Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel Francis Eddowes Hastings, Indian Army. Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel Charles McEnroy, Indian Staff Corps. Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel Francis William Ward, Royal Artillery. Colonel on Staff, Bengal. Colonel John Jopp, Indian Staff Corps, commanding a second-class district in India. Colonel Hugh Thomas Jones Vaughan, Colonel on the Staff commanding the troops in the Strait Settlements. Lieutenant Colonel and Brevet Colonel Edmund Henry, Indian Staff Corps, Quartermaster General, Madras. Colonel William Freeman Kelly, Colonel Charles Moore Stockley, Regimental District. Lieutenant Colonel and Colonel the Hon. George Hugh Goff, 14th Hussars. Lieutenant Colonel and Brevet Colonel John Henry Barnard, CMG, Aide-de-camp to the Queen. Lieutenant Colonel and Brevet Colonel Thomas Hungerford Holdick, Royal Engineers. Colonel Edward Thomas Henry Hutton, Aide-de-camp to the Queen, Commandant Colonial Forces, New South Wales. Veterinary Lieutenant Colonel William B. Walters, late Army Veterinary Department. Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Broadfoot, Royal Artillery. The following appointments to the Most Honourable Order of the Bath given in recognition of the services in the recent operations against Foddy, Sila in Combo on the Gambia. Major and Brevet Lieutenant Colonel Arthur Domville Corbett, Royal Marine Light Infantry. Fleet Surgeon William Rogerson White. Civil Division Richard Davis Audrey, Assistant Secretary to the Admiralty. The Hon. Hamilton John Agmund Shimcuff, Assistant Solicitor to the Treasury. Frederick Fitzjames Cullinan, Principal Clerk in the Chief Secretary's Office, Dublin Castle. Daniel Robert Fearon, Secretary to the Charity Commissioners. Sir George Grove KT, Director of the Royal College of Music. Andrew Charles Howard, Assistant Commissioner of Metropolitan Police. Colonel Herbert Lowcock, Royal Engineers. Deputy Inspector General of Fortifications, War Office. Alfred Milner, Chairman of the Board of Inland Revenue. Walter Merton, Solicitor to the Board of Trade. Edmund Constantine Henry Phipps, a Minister Plenipotentiary in Her Majesty's Diplomatic Service, Secretary to Her Majesty's Embassy at Paris. The Reverend Thomas Weatherhead Sharp, Senior Chief Inspector of Schools, Education Department. The Most Exalted Order of the Star of India Knight Commander Major General Oliver Richardson, Newmarch CSI Military Secretary at the India Office. Companion Major General Robert Charles Boileau Pemberton, Royal Engineers. Arthur Charles Trevor, Indian Civil Service Member of Council, Bombay. The Most Distinguished Order of St. Michael and St. George Knight Grand Cross of the Order of St. Michael and St. George the Hon. Sir Henry Ayres KCMG, 5 times Premier of South Australia, and subsequently for many years President of the Legislative Council of that colony. Knight Commander of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, Lieutenant General Arthur James Leon Fremantle CB, Governor and Commander-in-Chief of the Island of Malta. The Hon. James Brown Patterson, Premier and Chief Secretary of the Colony of Victoria. The Hon. John Lackey, President of the Legislative Council of the Colony of New South Wales. George Thomas Michael O'Brien CMG, Colonial Secretary of the Colony of Hong Kong. Edwin Sandys Dawes, for services in connection with the Colony of Queensland, and in developing steam communication between England and certain of Her Majesty's colonial possessions. Honorary Knight Commander William Cornelius Van Horn, President of the Canadian Pacific Railway Company. Companion of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, Charles Eugene Boucher de Boucherville, Senator of the Dominion of Canada, Colonel Frederick Cardew, now administering the government of the colony of Sierra Leone, and lately acting resident commissioner in Zululand, Charles Bletman Elliott LLB, General Manager of Railways of the Cape of Good Hope, Captain Hamilton John Gould Adams, Commandant of the British Bechuanaland Border Police, Robert Grieve MD, Surgeon General of the colony of British Guiana, Emmanuel Charles Popper Elder Valence, President of the Royal Society of Arts and Sciences of Mauritius, and Vice President of the General Board of Health in the colony. The most eminent order of the Indian Empire Companion Colonel Thomas Hungerford Holdick, Royal Engineers, Superintendent, Survey Department, His Highness Mir Hassan Ali Khan, Colonel Frank William Chatterton, Commandant Administrative Battalion, Calcutta Volunteers, and Honorary Aide-de-Camp to the Viceroy of India, George Abraham Grierson, Indian Civil Service, Francis Joseph Edward Spring, Joint Secretary to Government, Public Works Department, Railway Branch, Bombay, Edwin Welsh Kellner, Accountant General, Punjab, Major Ivan McIver, Indian Staff Corps, Cowis Din Shaw, of Aden, Thomas Blaney, President of the Municipal Corporation, Bombay, Graham Anderson, Tika Raghunath Singh, of Bashar, Rao Bahadur Shri Rambikaji Jatta. Distinguished Service Order Lieutenant and Commander Herbert Goodenough King Hall RN, Surgeon Walter Bowden RN,